But the difference in flavor is going to come from where they're aged at in our rick houses and for how long we actually age them. And I'll explain that once we get there too, because you know it's not fun looking at this wall. We got all this stuff behind us. It's actually really interesting.
What is the black flag?
Grains in outside the building. Runs the corn, on it. Make sure it's good enough for us to use. The corn's locally grown here in Kentucky. The rye, we can also grow it.
Smells delicious.
It's just not really right to grow those here. But we're only going to run what we need for the day through a hammer mill. So we're going to grind it up really nice and fine. Not so much like a flour. More like a cornbread mix, still kind of grainy. And from there we're going to put those in the storage bins inside of the building. And then we're going to run everything through our mash cookers based off of our mash bills. Okay? We'll go check those out. So it is
Crushing right now.
Alex!
You tried one. Tastes like corn.
But yeah, we'll go check out these mash cookers and we'll check this out.
Live tour of Lux Row.
It smells delicious.
So guys, these are our two mash cookers here behind me. They're both 4,000 gallons apiece. I like to describe them as giant instant pots, kind of like a pressure cooker almost. So inside of there are some stirring rakes. They just constantly spin so nothing gets burned. Then we have cooling rods inside, which we're gonna put really cold or hot water through to cool it off or heat it up as needed. We're gonna start with hot water, add in our corn, heat it up to about 210 degrees. We'll cook it for a little bit, drop the temperature using the cooling rods down to about 175. At that point, we'll add in the flavoring grains, so the rye or the wheat. Currently, we're doing all of our rye bourbon. Looking at Alex for confirmation. But we'll add that rye in, we'll cook it down, drop the temperature to about 145, and we'll add in the malted barley at that point. Malted barley goes in at 145 for really one reason. You don't want to overcook it. The enzymes in it are super important. They're going to turn around and eat the starches from the corn and the rye, or the corn and the wheat, produce the soluble sugar that you need for fermentation. So if you overcook it, you screw everything up, you got to start again. But we'll add that in, cook it for another 10-15 minutes, drop the temperature down to about 95 degrees, add in the yeast, and then from there, we'll pump both of these tanks into any of these fermentation tanks behind you. The whole process takes anywhere from 3.5 hours, give or take. Just depends on how hot or cold it is outside. Do you have any questions on this? Now you can check out the insides of those if you want. I just wouldn't touch the tanks, they're probably a little warm. So you want to go down there and look at them? You're welcome.
Look in there?
Yeah, you can look inside.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking. Go ahead, boys.
I better not drop my glasses.
Get in there.
Don't drop your hat. Don't drop your hat. Look at me kicking. Oh,
That's cool. Wow. It's like a big mixer. Wow. That's cool. Man. That's awesome.
Be my own special bourbon.
Yeah.
You want to bet?
Oh, she did.
Oh, she got it.
Good for you.
Anyway,
Except they were better juice.
when y'all are ready, we'll check out this thing. I just had to drop really high. Nobody
I was hoping you'd fall, honestly.
He's mean to me. You guys can't tell. It's fine. Still gonna be 2 in the bracket.
First place is first place. You got a one bag, you gone. Looks good.
Well, yeah, guys, if you guys want to check out this thing, you can come up. You can touch it. It's not hot. But this is one of our fermentation tanks. We have 26 currently. They range in size anywhere from 8,000 gallons to 16,000 gallons back there. Now we're going to add all that mash into these tanks. We're going to let it sit for 3 full days. Day 1, it's going to be super nice and bubbly. It's going to be like a rolling boil almost. Day 2, it's going to look a lot like this. A little bit of bubble, not a whole lot. And day 3 is more of a thick grain level on the top, kind of like oatmeal in a way. That's what it looks like today. But the whole time it sits here, that yeast is eating that sugar, producing alcohol, heat, and CO2. So that's where you get all of these reactions from. But on day 3, it's about 8 to 10% alcohol. And what we call a Distillers beer. We'll take 4 to 7 tanks roughly per day, pumped into our beer well, from our beer well to our still. Pretty quick process. Do y'all have any questions on this? And if you want to try it, if you can reach it, you're more than welcome to try it. It'll be kind of sour at this point, a little
Attaboy,
sour.
Nate. Attaboy, Nate.
How's it taste? Like you said? I would get rid of this after he stuck his finger in.
No worries.
I mean,
All of this, like, the grains and stuff, we'll feed it to cattle, so it's not a big deal.
Is it really?
It tastes a lot more like beer than whiskey.
Yeah.
It does. That does.
Basically. Yeah.
All right.
No questions, comments, concerns?
The other ones over here that are covered are other.
They're the same thing. The reason these 4 are uncovered, it's just for our tour group, so you guys can see the difference from day to day, hour to hour. Typically, they're on the same day and pretty close in like age. But the ones that are covered, they're just a lot easier to steam clean and sanitize. But just for our
Is that the
tour group,
max
you know,
flow level? Is that where you
yeah, right around here is typically as high as
it's starting to go down?
yeah, it'll kind of drop after a few days. Yeah.
What do you put the CO2? That I guess kind of something else.
This place is cool. Live look at Lux Row. Ezra Books, Blood Oath, Rebel. This is where all that bourbon comes from. The club actually scored some 12-year Lux Row yesterday on the way up. So they were just doing the tour. There's 10 of us out here in Kentucky.
Oh, that is thick.
How'd that taste? Did you taste it? Nate, what'd it taste like?
Not tall enough.
Nasty?
I'm not saying this on video.
More like beer.
Yeah.
It was like an oatmeal beer. I got chocolate milk.
That smells delicious.
Yep.
It does taste like beer.
Doesn't smell like it. It
No.
smells like bread.
Yeah.
Smells delicious. Yeast. Heading downstairs now. As you can see, the grounds here are beautiful. From the Brooks brand.
Alright guys, so like I said, we were taking the corns and grains outside, run it through a hammer mill, from the hammer mill to the mash cookers to our fermentation tanks for 3 days. And at that time, we pumped 47 tanks into our beer well right here. So this is a 10,000 gallon tank. Basically, it's a holding tank though. We really don't do too much to it before we pump it into the still. But there's a cute saying in the industry, I don't know if you guys have heard it yet, but it's that beer is bourbon that quit too early. It is, I know, you guys had it tasting more like beer up there. If we added in the hops at this point, we could produce beer here. We don't really want to do that though. No, we want to make our white dog with it, so we're going to run it through our still right around the corner here. If you don't want to follow me.
You guys are so stupid. It's this.
That's where they make their white mash. It's called their white dog. Look at that. One of the Rick houses. Wow. That's cool.
So we're in the corner. That's our column scale. It's 36 inches in diameter, 43 feet tall. Inside there, there's a nice deep plate, kind of like giant cage shaped, and when they've got 5 holes that cover them. So the beer that was made after that 3 days of fermentation, it'll get up to a little close to the top of that hill. It'll flow down in a big giant pattern, all the way down the bottom, over top of the heating tank. Gravity doing most of the work. So basically the stick grains are going to separate and fall straight through to the bottom. We'll pump those out of what we call a swap tank outside and stuff like that to farmers if they do that in the church. They're not going to always allocate, doesn't matter. But the reason it's not in the church is because we're talking about
Brick houses. Kind of hard to hear in this room.
the last of the top, we'll put those